dancing in the grocery store today. You know, I used to be so sad. I used to be so depressed. Couldn't get out of bed. But then I worked on myself. Yeah, I worked on myself quite a bit. And now I no longer feel like shit. Cause I work for this, I work for this, I work for this, I work for this. If you want mental health, you gotta work for it. Can't expect it from a doctor, can't even call him a doctor. I just call him a sorcerer, cause that's what they are. Shout it out, Jesus is alive and well, shout it out. I just saw that on a church billboard. Yes, that's true. Who's not burning in hell, y'all? Who's not burning in hell? Shout it out, 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 shout it out. You gotta do what makes sense to you, because if you don't, then you won't ever figure it out. You gotta do what makes sense to you, and screw everybody else, everybody else, everybody else, everybody else, everybody else, unless you're hurting people, of course. But then again, you gotta have discernment, like what is hurting people, and what's moral, and what's ethical, and, you know. The Bible helps. But then again, if you read it wrong, and by wrong, I mean, there are all kinds of ways that, you know, people misinterpret it, you know? Just look at, like, you know, all these, like, diversity matters churches, you know? There are lots of ways to screw it up, right? And I don't want to knock what someone does if it helps them. But then again, I can say what I want because I'm a comedian. Do you do stand-up? Do you get up in front of people that you don't know and try to make them laugh? Do you do that? Or do you just, like, talk shit in front of a screen? Like, that's so easy. Like, that's so lazy, dude. It's so lazy. Like, people don't understand. Like, the internet has made people so lazy. They want to complain about how, oh, everything's the same and everything's boring and everybody's crazy. It's because of the internet! It's because of the internet! It's so frustrating. Because you're addicted to it, you can't see it. That's what psychosis is. www.666. www.666. Y'all want to talk about Jewish power? Jewish gematria. The letter W is the number 6. Whew. I'm calm now. I promise, this is fun for me, y'all. This is fun for me. If you're intimidated, you're a loser, dude. You're a fucking loser. Low to no testosterone, folks. People don't want the truth. They just don't. They do not want the truth. If it inconveniences them in any kind of way, they do not want it. But if they're in favor of the truth, then they will use the internet in a positive way, or they will get the fuck off the internet. It's simple shit. But the internet is like identity politics to the extreme. It's encouraging that, Every terrible thing in society has been accelerated and exacerbated because of the internet. So for people to not realize that that is a huge part of the problem, I don't want to say that that's what the problem is itself, because in spite of the fact that the internet is obviously a tool used to control society and exploit them because they don't know what's going on, nor do they care what's going on. It's like you can still do positive things with it if you're aware. But if you're not aware, then you're just going to be one of the exploited ones. You know, like, and it makes me so sad that, like, the smartest people are just totally brainwashed whenever they go online. It's like they're not a person anymore. They just care about, like, whatever they think they are, you know, like, these are my politics, this is my religion, and you know, it's like, dude, if that's how you really felt about it, like, why do you have to promote it, you know? Like, I mean, I get that we're supposed to, like, try to save people and all that shit. I get that. You don't have to explain that, okay? But there's a huge difference between, like, you, like, trying to do something positive for the world, and then you just puffing yourself up and acting like you're so much better than other people. Like, that's so, like, anti-Christian, man. And I can't get over that shit, because it's like, man, the whole reason why so many people left the church, and the reason why so many people have a piss poor idea of Jesus Christ, is because of Christians. It's not because of Jews. It's not because of Muslims. It's not because of Hindus. It's not because of spiritualists, witches, whatever the fuck. It's because of Christians. I've spoken to so many people that want nothing to do with the church. And it has everything to do with the way that they were mistreated in the church, or abuses that they've witnessed. They don't want shit to do with Jesus Christ because of all the hypocrisy that they see in the church. So, I have to be the best example. And one of the ways I can be the best example is to just piss people off that are wrong. Okay? Piss people off that are obsessed with appearances. Piss people off that don't actually care about the causes that they pretend to care about. If you actually care, you need to listen to what I'm saying about the internet, okay? Because Elon Musk is probably not a good dude, okay? I know that y'all want to think that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's amazing. Maybe he's a Saint Bernard like Donald Trump. Maybe they're both going to save America, and they're going to do it through Twitter. Yeah, I can't think of, like, any better way to, like, save the world than through some social network that has made everybody insane. Yes, it's going to be through Twitter. You know, maybe I'm wrong about everything. You know, I'm open to that idea, and if that's the case, then time will tell. And time will say, you stupid bitch. You were wrong for never getting a smartphone. You were wrong for getting off Facebook. You were wrong for not joining Twitter. You should just be a cyborg. Because being a cyborg means that you really, really, really love God. That's what that means. I'm open-minded.